Alright, someone's got to talk about this, and I guess it's going to be me. So today I'm going to attempt to address an issue that has been increasingly plaguing Old School Runescape as it has grown over the years, and that is the widening gap between Jagex and the player base in terms of communication. I teach college classes about games, and I have a master's degree in communication, actually, so I am kind of qualified to speak on this. But yeah, mainly as a byproduct of the game doing too well and the community continuing to grow, there's no longer this feeling of like an intimate relationship between Jagex and the players. And this issue is arguably the biggest problem with RuneScape as a whole, because it kind of underscores all of the other problems. And in general, this has been an issue that I've been seeing around YouTube a bunch with like streamer favoritism and stuff, but recently I've basically been personally affected and I'm deciding to speak out. So, my story, I've played RuneScape since Old School came out, like the Zybez days, but my most recent kick was when Group Iron came out, and archetypal narrative, like I start a group with my real life friends, I'm the only one who ends up playing, and then basically similar situation with some of my other friends, they're the only one that plays in their group, so we end up like unranking after unranked comes out because we're just like complete casuals anyway. And yeah, it was really fun while it lasted. It was fun getting like whips for the squad, you know, it was fun getting like full Darox as a team, logging in one day and seeing a Fury in the group storage. That was cool. So it was fun like while it lasted. But yeah, even within the active unranked group, my friend Walker was basically the in-game leader and the leader in real life too, or whatever. And they basically got banned for gaming too hard. So they caught like 9,000 chins, 9k chins, used them to get 99 HP in range from like 95 or 7 or whatever. Then they went to the Rev Caves to try out their new stats and instantly got banned. So it says they were botting, which our theory is basically they were doing bot-like behavior of catching a bunch of something that could be sold for a lot of money and then going to an area where potentially wealth is transferred in the Rev Caves. I don't even know. Like, I don't go to the wilderness. I'm like a casual. We're not like trying to be manipulative or whatever here. But yeah, basically, like, I fully know, obviously, they were not botting. So my position is that something fishy has to be going on here. And it seems ultimately that the real issue is getting a human to look at the account and the issue. Like, if someone, an actual person, was to look at this, surely they would get unbanned. If someone even glanced at the situation, they would realize it's a mistake, which therein lies the issue. It's a complete fantasy that a real person will look at your appeal. Walker apparently got banned by some sort of automatic detection, obviously, and then the appeal also appears to have been handled without a human being involved, which is just like a problem and something that's true for like everyone in the community except for the tiny percentage of, I guess, people who get the streamer favoritism and stuff. So yeah, I attempted to make a Reddit post about the situation in general, but despite the fact it broke none of r/2007scape's rules, I was repeatedly denied no matter how I worded things or framed it. So I tried to eventually take a different approach when I realized that even if we wanted to have Walker make a new account and join the group, Walker was banned and still the group leader. So for over a month, we couldn't like do anything. And it's supposed to be a month of inactivity, and it was definitely over a month, which is its own issue. And the mods even denied me trying to talk about that on Reddit. So it seems like they're just automatically banning every post or denying every post that has the word ban in it at all, even though it was not a ban appeal at that point. Yeah, which I guess it is worth mentioning that the Reddit mods are not helping here with how they handle things. They've basically cut off the one channel of communication that actually existed to provide hope of getting your account unbanned. This thing that you've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours investing to. There's not even a channel to attempt to get it unbanned other than Reddit or kind of Twitter. So that channel existed, right? And even if that's not what Jagex wanted that to be the channel of communication, it existed, and it was like it was fulfilling a role that is otherwise unfulfilled. Like, there's not a like channel of communication basically. Whereas I feel like Jagex's position, the staff members, is different. Every single boots on the ground member who works hands-on RuneScape cares about the game tremendously, or at least cares about video games, because the games industry is pound for pound, like in terms of the skills required and the work conditions and stuff, one of the most horrible sectors you can possibly work in. And everyone is there because they care about it. They're getting paid in passion or whatever. So I think that if anyone at Jagex was able to hear Walker's situation, they would empathize, like they would feel bad and attempt to rectify the situation. The issue is we can't contact them. And obviously this isn't every person who works for Jagex, the company, but like the people who are J-mods, who work with the game closely, like they definitely care. And to be fair, like obviously the Reddit mods care as well, and they don't even get compensated in the peanuts that the staff members do. They literally work for free, so like I appreciate what they do, but they kind of are standing in the way of the players communicating with Jagex at this point. Alright, so it's still a major issue that no humans look at ban appeals, and there's basically nothing that you can do if you get banned other than happen to have a large enough platform to get Jagex's attention. So I'm kind of trying to use my tiny little platform I do have to signal boost this. So a couple weeks ago, we had another streamer favoritism situation of someone getting hacked and then getting their items back. And I want to be clear, no hate to this guy, like Darth Microtransaction. That guy seems incredibly chill. He just chills in Alaska and plays games, incredibly chill. Even very explicitly appreciative of the position he's in. Like that guy's awesome. He's fine. He even said he deserved to lose the items, I think, or whatever, because he wasn't, whatever. But anyway, this is another high profile case of streamer favoritism where he's getting back billions of gold, basically, just because he's famous enough. And the issue there is not him getting back the items that he should get back. The issue is that he's only able to because he has millions of YouTube subscribers or hundreds of thousands or whatever. So that is a problem. This dude isn't even a RuneScape streamer. He's just a streamer who happened to play RuneScape, who mainly streams like Diablo and stuff. And yeah, like I said, I don't want streamers to lose their items. I'm happy they got them back. But their situations actually demonstrate how the problem extends beyond this issue of false bans. Even if you have an issue other than being banned, you still have no realistic way of contacting Jagex through an official channel. You have to go to Reddit or YouTube or whatever, which is a huge can of worms. Like, there's millions of players and I don't know how to tackle this necessarily, but I do have a concrete suggestion. Create a system that gives priority to players who have been subscribed to membership longer, basically, to get a human looking at their case. And this is a great band-aid solution for a variety of reasons. One, provides a small additional incentive to not let your membership lapse, you know, keep that membership continuous. But more importantly, it should be a relatively easy system to implement because this is a metric that Jagex already tracks. Like if you go to the RuneScape forums, some of you maybe have never even been there, but underneath your username on a post, it says when you subscribe to the game. And that kind of is like a badge of honor or whatever, but it's also could be used as a metric to track basically how high in the queue of priority should this player be in getting reviewed by a real person. And another reason this would be a decent solution, at least for now, is because it inherently prioritizes real players versus bots. It's always going to be easier to make a constant stream of new bots than it would be to have to like even source hacked accounts or whatever. If this did become a problem where people were like hacking people because they were less likely to stay banned or something. Anyway, basically, that at least could be a step in the right direction, right? It wouldn't necessarily solve the problem of botting, but it could solve the problem of people getting falsely banned and losing thousands or hundreds of hours of work. Yeah, so I guess this video is just me using my tiny platform that I do have to attempt to address the situation, strike the algorithm lottery, and maybe cause positive change. So if any JMods happen to see this, it would be nice if you could unban my friend. We had the matching usernames, you know. And I've quit the game in solidarity, as have several other people from like the Smash community that I am a part of. And it's like, yeah, it's a flash in the pan. It doesn't really matter that 4 or 5 of us have quit RuneScape and they're not going to get our $40 a month. But when the narrative becomes RuneScape sucks, Jagex is awful from all of us versus oh, this is great, we're playing RuneScape, this will draw you back to the game, which was the situation prior. Walker had inspired like definitely 5+ people to get back into the game. So when you ban people like that unfairly, and then you don't rectify it, what are they supposed to think? So anyway, a sincere thank you to anyone who spent the time watching this video. If you care about the issue at all, or if you feel inclined, regardless, please try to spread the word about this potential solution. Whether that's just liking the video or spamming it to Twitter and Discord or whatever, tagging JMods directly. Anything in the right direction could be great. And again, it'd be awesome if Walker could get unbanned, but in general, this system should change. Thank you.